How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. My name is Odie Matthews. Welcome back to my channel. On this website, it's called www.iguessablonde.com/youtube.edu, and today we are going to take a look at this little masterpiece bag from a company called Nordace. Let's get into it. Okay, so they actually reached out to me, sent me an email and said, hey, we have a new bag. We like your videos. We're interested if you're up into maybe doing a review on it for us. And I said, you know what? Sure. I'll do that. That sounds fun. And so they sent this over to me. I got a chance to use it for a couple weeks as like an everyday carry bag. And I have quite a few thoughts on this thing. Mostly good, just a couple little things that I would change, little cons, I guess you would call it, if you will. But overall, if you're looking for a good daily carry bag that is a little bit different than the sleek black bags, or maybe like the typical, stereotypical bags that we've kind of talked about, this thing is a little different, and for that reason alone, I like it. Okay, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the straps of this bag, okay? So one thing on this bag that I noticed right away when I was wearing it is there's no air channel here on the back. This is a fabric up against your back. So even though it is starting to cool off in most places, it still was a little hot, 70s, 80s here where I'm at, and my back did start to sweat, and I feel like this back definitely needs some sort of back channel. It's not uncomfortable. Depending on what you have in the bag, it will kind of feel up against yours because there is no real padding or anything in between this back panel and what's inside the bag. But it does have a luggage pass-through, which is great. But right here, they have a little secret compartment, right? It's this little back panel, passports, boarding passes, stuff that you don't want to get lost while you're traveling kind of pocket. If it was me, I'd probably get rid of this back pocket and make this some kind of air channel, because that is I think it's a vitally important part of having a bag is the air channel, so your back doesn't stay super sweaty, because that is important. But other than that, what they also have are just a very simple rig on this bag, and that's part of the reason I like it. There's no waist straps, there's no removable waist straps, there's no additional waist straps, because honestly, even at this heaviest that you can pack this thing out, you're not going to need those, and on a bag this small as well, you don't need those. So it was a good call on their part to not even worry about those, because honestly, you really don't need them. Even at the heaviest I had this bag packed out, even with these two very minimal straps, no sternum strap, which is a little weird. I do like a sternum strap. I would definitely want to add one of those on here. But these two very minimal straps did the trick really well, and honestly were pretty comfortable. And like I said, it's a smaller bag, but overall it's a very comfortable bag. Again, it all depends on how much weight you put into it, because as we all know, depending on the weight of the bag is going to depend on the comfort, and sometimes even the most comfortable bags packed out super heavy can become uncomfortable. Also back here on the rear, they have this little thing that folds out, and it has a little clippy dip, little G-hook thing. You can clip it in right here, and this actually becomes a very small water bottle. So you wouldn't be able to fit like my normal hydro flask or like a Camelback chute, but like a water bottle that you might pick up from like the gas station, like the normal like 16 ounces or whatever, like a Coke bottle or a can or something would easily fit in here. You could also use this for other things. I thought about maybe you could easily put your sunglasses in here because it's kind of cushioned. You could throw your phone in here. You could use this as an additional pocket. But the nice thing about this is if you don't want it, it does just very simply fold away right back in here to the back. Makes it super easy. One handle on this bag, right? Not really a spot for a second. Just one very simple strap here with some webbing and some material on the top here for simple grabbing. And again, this is a very small everyday carry bag. This might be one of the smaller bags that I've actually covered on this channel, but as an everyday carry, depending on what you're looking for, this bag does work really well. I do like having an additional strap. No padding on the bottom, also no false bottoms. So the laptop compartment, which I'll show you inside of here, you need to be careful putting this bag down, because there's not a lot of padding between the bottom of the bag and where your laptop stops. So if you slam this too hard, you could potentially damage some of your electronics. that is also kind of a bummer. Okay, so up top here, right, you got the Nordace logo. I like that a lot. I like the way it looks. I like the little weird thing they got going on there. But up here is a very small, quick access compartment, right? And this is where I put my extra phone for work, right? This is a perfect compartment for a phone or for a wallet. You wouldn't be able to fit both in here, but you could easily fit one or the other. This is also a good spot for boarding passes, right? Or maybe like a small notebook. This is a really small, quick access top compartment. Like I said, this is the iPhone XR Plus, I think is what they gave us. My personal phone is a Google XL. They both fit in here perfectly, but there's not a lot of room for anything else. So if you need a good security dump pocket, you know what you're doing, if you're going through security and this is your carry-on, that can work really well for like a phone or a wallet. I don't think you can get both in there. I couldn't get either one of mine, but my wallet's kind of fat. But honestly, good top compartment with a nice little rain fly up here. I got a water repellent material on here. And honestly, I didn't talk about the zippers yet, but the zipper pulls I really like. They look like YKKs. I'm not sure. It doesn't say specifically on any of these, so I'm not gonna say for sure, but I know these are durable because I put them through some crank ringers and they worked out really well. And these pull straps are nice webbing material that are connected to these zippers in a really good way, and they work really well. Really like that a lot. All right, so up front here, you got these two compartments right here. And at first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about these. But I found that in one, I can easily fit, they have a retractable key clippy dip, right? Which actually, if you don't want to use it for that, you can take it off and use it for whatever you want. But there is a spot here that you can hook it on. And so if you do want to add maybe like a different key clip instead of having one that retracts, you can put that on there. So great spot for your keys there. This is like my universal charger because I have my cable kit in here. I don't like carrying around the bricks. So it's like a bigger brick that you can fit multiple things into. It just makes it easier. I got that off Amazon, right? And that's just it for this compartment, just easy. And then this one, what I did is kind of the same thing, but just one little item. That's where I put my headphones, right? Because I lost my AirPod Pros. So now I'm on to the Powerbeat Pros, right? And I like these quite a lot. They're great for the gym, for work, for running, for whatever. So these are kind of big and bulky. They don't really fit in my tech pouch that well without making it look weird. So this is a perfect spot just to put those. And I can honestly put other stuff in here too if I wanted, but I really like this just as I know that's where my headphones are kind of compartment. Overall, these two front compartments work really well for some outside quick access. So realistically, you get three kind of quick access at the front. And honestly, these two work really well because they have dimension and they're kind of, honestly, they're pretty big. They're like maybe half the size of this bag, maybe a little bit less than that. And they're perfect for putting those quick items that when you get to the cafe, when you get to the plane, when you get to your destination, maybe it's work or whatever, you can easily grab and you know exactly what's in these. Okay, one other thing is you got a zipper on the other side of the bag, right? You unzip this. This gives you access into the main compartment. So good addition there. This also comes with like a security thing, right? So you can actually clip it right here so nobody could easily come by and unzip it to steal your stuff. Or if you're worried about this zipper maybe coming unzipped on its own, getting snagged on something and your stuff falls out. I don't really see that happening, but it is always nice to have that extra layer of security, kind of like when I wore 4 masks to the store, because I was like, what if I need 4? So I just put 4 on and it worked. So coronavirus free 2020, right? That's what we're all trying to do, I hope. Be free of the coronavirus. Then the way this bag opens up, right? So you've got this little thing here, right? It looks like it'd be a pain in the butt, right? It looks like you'd have to undo this, pull it up, and undo it, and then it would come. Well, not quite. This is so you can adjust the cinch top part of this bag. But honestly, it's got a little magnet thing, right? So you just whoop, woo-doo. That's how you open this bag. And at first when I saw this, I was like, I don't really like the way this bag opens, because I was like, oh no, if I have to undo this every time. But then when I opened it, I was like, oh, it's just a little magnet. So it's more for looks. And honestly, I like the look of this bag. I think it has a really interesting aesthetic, definitely different from a lot of the bags I've already covered on this channel, and that's part of the reason it really sticks out. So, because I didn't really know what this bag looked like, I didn't know anything about it. They were like, hey, we want to send it to you, and I was like, I'm always up for bags, right? I'm always up for a bag, especially if it's free. That's always fun. do enjoy a free bag. If you want to send me a bag for free, I won't say no, unless it seems like you're a company that's super sketchy. But that's how you open it, right? And then you fold this back, and it's got this cinch top, which we're gonna actually see again on next week's bag as well, a Milliken bag, right? So then this is a cinch, got that cinch top around the top, and that's how you open it. Now what I have in my bag is this is the other side to the Boundary Supply port kit, right? And then I also have a puffy jacket, and that's kind of all I have in here besides my computer. So in here, you got a place here for a Velcro strap. I have a 9.5-inch iPad tablet that fits into the tablet sleeve, and then a 13-inch MacBook Pro. It looks like it'll fit up to a 15-inch in here, but that is basically all I put in here. There is some internal organization, which I'm going to do my best to kind of show you. You got a zipper up here at the top, easy spot for other flat items, and then below that, just on this metallic, it looks like maybe some spot for like some cards, a couple pins, things like that. This is difficult to show because it's kind of in a weird spot, but overall, that's pretty much all I put in this bag. Because like I said, it's not very big, but it's one of those bags that you don't really need to be that big, and I like it for that reason. One thing it does have, right, and usually I'm not a big fan of this stuff, but it works pretty well in this. This is a spot so you can plug in a portable charger on the inside of the bag, and then on this side you could plug in your phone right here to this and charge it on the go. So what I would do if I was going to utilize that, because one of the reasons I don't like it is I'm like, well, if I have to have my phone cable to plug into here, why wouldn't I just plug it into the portable charger? But if you leave the portable charger plugged in, right, and you put it in one of the pockets in here, wherever it might be, right, what you could do is you could keep your cable right here and then you could put your phone in here and have it charge, or maybe you're charging your headphones, maybe you're charging something else, right? So it doesn't always have to be a phone, but it does have that ability. You want to hook up a portable charger on the inside, you can charge your devices from the outside.
So for me, I personally really love the aesthetic of this bag. I like the way those two small pockets kind of accent nicely with the way that you open the bag, which is also a unique way. But overall, the color, texture, feel, and look of this bag are awesome. So the jacket is a must bring for me. One of my favorite jackets, take it everywhere. My laptop, obviously gonna have to take that everywhere I go in order to edit and create. Then I have my tech pouch, which is carrying all of my essentials, not to mention my Powerbeat Pros, which are my go-to headphones for pretty much everything. Carrying an extra tablet is never a bad idea, especially when you create things on the move or on the go. All these items are extremely helpful for me on my everyday carry and pair super nicely with the way this bag carries. Something I want to start doing more is explaining my loadouts and why I carry what I carry, but this bag, overall, 2 thumbs up.
Right, so overall, not a bad bag. There's only 2 things I really wish were different, and that is that it had some kind of back channel here, which is something that I always point out on every bag if it doesn't have it, because it's just something I feel that I personally really love, and I wish it had some kind of starter strap. And other than that, honestly, this is a good work, gym, carry-on personal item bag for the plane thing stuff. If you wanted it to be, honestly, overall, a really solid small bag with lots and just enough of good organization. Honestly, these 2 front pouches are my favorite thing on this, because I really like that these are designated pockets for whatever items I might want to put in there, and for me, that is a huge bonus. Right, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this bag, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my very best to answer those for you. Shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com. If you want more photos or videos or pictures or anything of that nature on this bag, let me know. Or if you just want some of my suggestion lists, I have lists of, if you're looking for a specific type of bag, I have different lists that I suggest to people that kind of fit, whether it's the price range or the bag style or whatever it may be. Follow me on Instagram, odie_matthews. Sometimes I post stuff up to the vote, and sometimes I just post a few pictures of my dog. So, you know, he's adorable, so follow for that reason. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this channel. If you could, leave it a like, subscribe if you want more nonsense where I talk and ramble about bags for some reason, because it's my hobby. Don't know how it is, but for some reason it is. Thank you guys again, and I will see you next time.